You guys know who Jeremy Fielding is. You guys know who Jeremy Fielding is. Now, I like to watch Jeremy. He does a lot of stuff with electronics, motors and stuff that he has salvaged off the side of the road or at the recycle bins. He said a lot of times he'd just be driving down the road and there will be a treadmill or something similar just sitting on the side of the road. And I'm sure most of you know that treadmills have pretty good motors in them. Most of them running around the 2 horsepower range, DC motors that can be set up for variable speed. In case you couldn't see what I was doing, I was taking the back off this dehumidifier I got down next to the dumpsters today. Oh, that may be exactly what I need for this other dehumidifier. Oh, that looks exactly like the motor and fan that's in another one that was torn up. Now, I don't know if this thing even runs. But what I have found with a lot of dehumidifiers, especially the newer ones, there is a humidity sensor in these things that will get clogged with lint and dust. And when that happens, they won't run. And people throw them away. And they're still salvageable and usable. So, what I'm trying to do is take this one apart, see if that's what the problem with this one is, and get it running for my shop. Oh, I keep losing my screwdriver. Because I had it in my hand, laid it down. I thought I had a straight blade in my hand. Where can you get down and look under there right now? My neck is bothering me. And I don't care what you say about Harbor Freight. At the price you can get those little magnetic trays for there, that is a good purchase. Have a manual or anything for this thing, so I'm having to figure out how to disassemble it on the fly. I don't see any other screws that holds that, so that's probably going to snap off. And I hope I don't snap off the snaps. There we go. If you catch them in the right place, they will pop right up. Now, right here is this. Let me get you over here closer so you can see. Right here's this little. Make sure that thing is focused. Right here's this little humidity sensor I'm talking about. Sometimes those things will get clogged with lint, dirt, whatever. There was one I had. The only thing I had to do to get it running was blow the sensor out. I can't tell if that was dirty in there or not. Not a whole lot of dirt or lint on the screen, so that may not be the problem with this one. But won't know until we get in there and look at it. This thing was sitting outside over there, so I brought it out here and put my old Sunbeam hair dryer in here, and I've had it running on it, trying to dry it out, get the electronics dried out on it more than anything. If you can get, doesn't matter if something's set out in the rain or not, it doesn't matter. If you can get it dried out good before you ever run the pixies back through it again, it's not going to hurt. A friend of mine once gave me a small TV, a 19-inch one, that had been sitting under his porch for 3 months. I brought it home, set it up, put it in a warm place with airflow, let it sit there for about a month, plug that thing up. My grandsons used it with their Game Boy for, what, 3 years? Until my wife went out and bought a bigger TV for them to use with the Game Boy. I don't know why she bought a bigger one. There wasn't anything wrong with the one that they were using, in my opinion. Of course, my opinion don't seem to count for much when it comes to my wife and the grandkids. I don't know if y'all have that same thing going on or not. I wanted to get this out of here, get the cover off of it. Oh yeah, that's looking good. That looks exactly like the motor I need. These things have got capacitor start induction motors in them, in case you didn't know that. The little C-frame motors. This thing looks in surprisingly good shape. Wish the capacitor could have went out because of an issue. I'll just I'll wind up out here with my voltmeter and do some oh, that's sweet. Can y'all tell what kind of spider that is right there? Let me put it on a little bit less light. That way I won't. That, my friends, is a black widow. In a minute here, it's going to be a dead widow. So, if this thing looks in pretty good shape. Of course, there's the capacitor and everything in there. All your controls. And then you've got these little board control panel that goes up front with all your buttons on it. Actually, they're not really buttons, but you know what I'm talking about. As you can tell, this thing looks to be in fairly decent shape. She could stride out good. I want to see what the problem is. I may just get this one going and not worry about that other one for a while. All right. That's all I plan to do for tonight. That fan right there is the one I need. Fan and motor is the one I need for the other one. I know it works except for that fan and motor. This one, I'll have to find out what may be wrong with it. If it's nothing big, I get this thing going and we'll be using it. Sometimes they will leak down on gas, and that's all you have to do to them is get them gassed up. And if I had a little vacuum pump, I could do that myself. I'd put a self-piercing valve on that thing. Make sure I got you in there. Put a self-piercing valve on that thing and gas it up myself. Pull a vacuum on it. And pull that board off. Make sure that it gets dried out good in behind it. Got a washing machine, and I think it was intentionally designed the way it was. It was not well supported in the middle, the board in it, and if you push too hard on it, you would crack the board right in the middle. A replacement board was $105. And it wouldn't work without the board. I'm still using, no, I'm not, it was a dryer. I might have said washing machine, but it was a dryer. I'm not using it anymore because instead of a front opening dryer, it was a top opening dryer. And the bearing hub in the side of that thing, unlike the bearings for the front opening dryers, hard to get to. You'd have to dismantle that whole thing and get those bearings out. And I was afraid to find out how much those bearings would cost. It was a Fisher Paykel brand. I don't know if you've ever heard of those. In washers and dryers, they made a lot of other different things. There we go. Yeah, you get up there and break it, Vern. That'd be good. All right. I guess I should have turned this dryer off to knock down that background noise. What I may have to do is run the volume down on this and do a voiceover. I'll take notes the first time to see what I'm talking about at what point, so I can kind of recoup what my pearls of wisdom that I put out there. Now that's one thing that might be a problem. No, but that switch seems to be operating properly. By that I mean it's not physically broke. Now it could be burnt out, but alright. No dead mice or cockroaches or anything in it. But a black widow spot. Alright, that's enough for tonight. Got some other things I'm going to do. What you doing, Patchy Poo? What you doing, old buddy? Come here. Hold on. Come here. Come here, Patch. He likes his treats. He is a treat-eating machine. Stay in frame, buddy. You're all over the place. Let me pop this camera off here and go handheld. There you go. There's old Patch. That dog is the most overprotective dog I've ever seen.